At the same time, we must continue to engage the world with confidence and clear purpose. In the face of threats from abroad, it can be tempting to seek comfort by turning inward. But we must reject isolationism and its companion, protectionism. Retreating behind our borders would only invite danger. In the 21st century, security and prosperity at home depend on the expansion of liberty abroad. If America does not lead the cause of freedom, that cause will not be led. As we address these challenges and others we cannot foresee tonight, America must maintain our moral clarity. I've often spoken to you about good and evil, and this has made some uncomfortable. But good and evil are present in this world, and between the two there can be no compromise. Murdering the innocent to advance an ideology is wrong every time, everywhere. Freeing people from oppression and despair is eternally right. This nation must continue to speak out for justice and truth. We must always be willing to act in their defense and to advance the cause of peace. President Thomas Jefferson once wrote, "I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past." As I leave the house he occupied 2 centuries ago, I share that optimism. America is a young country, full of vitality, constantly growing and renewing itself. And even in the toughest times, we lift our eyes to the broad horizon ahead. I have confidence in the promise of America because I know the character of our people. This is a nation that inspires immigrants to risk everything for the dream of freedom. This is a nation where citizens show calm in times of danger and compassion in the face of suffering. We see examples of America's character all around us. And Laura and I have invited some of them to join us in the White House this evening. We see America's character in Dr. Tony Recasner, a principal who opened a new charter school from the ruins of Hurricane Katrina. We see it in Julio Medina. A former inmate who leads a faith-based program to help prisoners returning to society. We see it in Staff Sergeant Aubrey McDade. Who charged into an ambush in Iraq and rescued 3 of his fellow Marines. We see America's character in Bill Krisoff, a surgeon from California. His son Nathan, a Marine, gave his life in Iraq. When I met Dr. Krisoff and his family, he delivered some surprising news. He told me he wanted to join the Navy Medical Corps in honor of his son. This good man was 60 years old, 18 years above the age limit. But his petition for a waiver was granted, and for the past year he has trained in battlefield medicine. Lieutenant Commander Krisoff could not be here tonight, because he will soon deploy to Iraq. Where he will help save America's wounded warriors and uphold the legacy of his fallen son. In citizens like these, we see the best of our country, resilient and hopeful, caring and strong. These virtues give me an unshakable faith in America. We have faced danger and trial, and there's more ahead. but with the courage of our people and confidence in our ideals. This great nation will never tire, never falter, and never fail. It has been the privilege of a lifetime to serve as your president. There have been good days and tough days. But every day I have been inspired by the greatness of our country and uplifted by the goodness of our people. I have been blessed to represent this nation we love. And I will always be honored to carry a title that means more to me than any other. Citizen of the United States of America. And so, my fellow Americans, for the final time, good night. May God bless this House and our next president. And may God bless you and our wonderful country. Thank you. George W. Bush. FBI Special Agents Graduation Ceremony Address. Delivered October 30, 2008, FBI Academy, Quantico, Virginia. Mr. Director, thank you for your kind introduction and thank you for your leadership. Proud that you invited your wife, Anne, here to be with us. I thank the Attorney General for joining us today. Members of the FBI Academy staff, distinguished guests, family, and friends. And most importantly, members of the graduating class, thanks for having me. I am so pleased to be back to the FBI Academy, and to share with you this special day. When you walk across the stage, you will receive your badge and your credentials. You'll become special agents of the FBI. You will take your place on the front lines on the war on terror. I thank you for stepping forward to serve your country during this important time. And on behalf of all Americans, I congratulate the class of 08-14. This academy has prepared you for the privileges and responsibilities of carrying the badge. Over the past 20 weeks, you have passed rigorous academic and physical requirements. You have spent hours practicing your aim on the firing range. Combing the streets of Hogan's Alley, and navigating the Academy's gerbil tubes. As part of your training, you were all forced to endure the sting of pepper spray, which you learned wasn't half as bad as the cafeteria food. To reach this day of accomplishment, you have all depended on the wisdom and advice of your instructors. They took a diverse group that includes combat veterans, police officers, firefighters, lawyers, language experts, and computer specialists. And they turned you into an impressive class of FBI special agents. Your instructors are proud of your accomplishments, and I know you are grateful for their leadership. To reach this day of accomplishment, you depended on the support of your loved ones. While you were away training for this academy, some of them were really sweating out the training for you. And Rick mentioned a lot of you were packing bags. I'm thankful you didn't mention Crawford, Texas. And so are you. but the point is, America owes your families a great debt. And we thank you for standing by your side. Thank them for standing by your side during this moment. Of training and the service you'll be rendering to our country. We welcome the families here today. Members of this class join the FBI during a momentous time in our nation's history. Earlier this summer, the FBI celebrated its 100th anniversary. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend the official ceremony. So I asked the Attorney General to speak in my place. To be honest, I was somewhat concerned that he might not live up to my high standards of oratory. He told me I had nothing to worry about. The Bureau has come a long way since its founding. Over the past century, the FBI has grown from a small team of 34 investigators to a powerful force of more than 30. Agents and analysts and support professionals serving around the world. The FBI has pushed the boundaries of forensic science from mastering the art of fingerprints to pioneering the use of DNA evidence. The FBI has inspired generations of children to dream of joining the force. Sounds like I inspired one or two myself. In every era, the FBI has risen to meet new challenges. When mobsters brought crime and chaos to America's cities during the 1920s and 30s. The G-men of the FBI brought them to justice. When America entered the Second World War, the FBI stopped Axis agents from carrying out attacks on our homeland. During the Cold War, the FBI worked long hours to protect America from Soviet spies. In all this work, the FBI has gained an incredible record of achievement and has earned the admiration of the entire world. America honors all the fine men and women who have served in the ranks before you. As you go forth from this academy, you're going to write a new chapter in the FBI's storied history. In the years ahead, your assignments will be as diverse as the FBI's mission. From dismantling organized criminal networks, to pulling the plug on online predators. To making white-collar criminals pay for defrauding hard-working Americans. And just as your predecessors adapted to meet the challenges of the past century. There's no doubt in my mind you'll respond with courage to confront the emerging dangers of this new century. Those dangers became clear on September the 11th, 2001. On that day, "19 terrorists brought death and destruction to our shores. We became a nation at war against violent extremists. And we must not rest until that war is won." More than 7 years have passed without another attack on our soil. And this is not an accident. Since 9/11, we have gone on the offense against the terrorists abroad so we do not have to face them here at home. We stand with young democracies in Afghanistan and Iraq and beyond as they seek to replace the hateful ideology of the extremists with a hopeful alternative of liberty.